Me and my parents, we were in Austin, Texas. Christy, the medic, she was in Detroit. Different resident who drove in from a different location. Yet somehow we all ended up here.
If you look at the biggest shows on television over the last few years, you won't be surprised to find the likes of Stranger Things, The Last of Us, and Wednesday. But one name does stand out: From. The show has one of the most obsessed fan bases on the planet, and yet, if you ask the majority of people what From actually is, you'd be met with a confused look.
What you waiting for? My blood is your blood now, motherfucker.
Honestly, I've watched a lot of shows, but the way From is built is one of the most fascinating things on television. It hooks the audience so completely that we barely notice how or when we receive all the key details that shape our understanding of the town and its rules. So buckle up, because once that bell rings, you're inside. From is one of my favorites because it does something most mystery shows are terrified to do. It shows you the monster in the first 5 minutes. From the very first moment, the show places us inside the town. A quiet street at dusk, a bell ringing in the distance. Then, the camera pans up to reveal a little girl at the window, watching something smile back at her from the dark. Why does everyone hide when the bell rings? Who are the smiling people outside? And right away, the show offers some answers, transitioning seamlessly into the morning after. Over the next 40 minutes, we see the trap spring in real time, introducing the Matthews family, their RV, the fallen tree, the road that loops back on itself, Colony House, Father Khatri, the talismans, and finally, the night. What's amazing here is how we learn the rules exactly when the Matthews family learns them, with each revelation arriving one after another. Basically, there are 5 rules. Rule number 1, when the bell rings, get inside. Rule number 2, hang the talisman by your door. Rule number 3, keep your windows shut. Rule number 4, never ever go outside after dark. Rule number 5, no matter what you hear out there, no matter who you hear, do not open that door. And the episode ends with Boyd telling them the one thing no one wants to hear: there's no way out. And that's when the real trap begins. Because once the Matthews family survives that first night, now they need to understand where the hell they are. They turn to Boyd. They learn how people survive here. And eventually, like everyone else in town, they start looking for answers. But we are talking about From. It's not that simple with this show. See, From is a peculiar case because, as we slowly learn, the town doesn't just trap people, it chooses them. From their perspective and ours, arriving there seems like an accident. But the longer we watch, the more it feels like no one is there by chance. Different people, different lives, different places. Yet somehow, they all see the same tree, take the same wrong turn, and end up on the same road. This perfectly aligns with the show's themes of grief, guilt, and the things people run from, making it a story that resists a standard structure. And that's important because From isn't really asking us one question. It's constantly replacing one mystery with another. So what actually happens when the sun goes down? Well, this is where things start to get crazy. Most horror shows hide their monster for as long as possible, but From shows you its creature the very first episode, and somehow that makes them even scarier. You see, there's an old Hitchcock idea about a bomb under a table. If a bomb suddenly goes off, the audience jumps for a few seconds. But if you show the audience the bomb first and then let 2 characters chat away without a clue, every second becomes unbearable. That opening scene was the bomb. Because 10 minutes later, the Matthews family arrives knowing absolutely nothing. And now you're not just watching a family argue about directions. You're watching the sky, screaming at your screen because you know exactly what comes out when it gets dark. And when it does get dark, the creatures stroll through town like they have all night. Because they do. They pick a house, walk up to the door, and knock. Even though we get clues from the very start, the show never explains more than it has to. Think about what the characters are actually doing. They're trapped in a place with no explanation, so they look for clues, symbols in the woods, patterns in the loop. Every answer they find opens 3 more questions, and every road they think leads out loops them right back to the same streets. Now look at the audience. Millions of people are coming up with theories and arguing in comment sections. Every finale answers just enough to open up even more questions. And somewhere along the way, without really noticing it, we start doing exactly what the characters are doing. They study the symbols. So do we. They question every strange detail. So do we. They think they finally figured something out, only for the town to throw something else at them. And so do we. The characters can't leave the town. The viewers can't leave the show. It's the same trap. And I think that's the real reason From works as well as it does. It doesn't just show us people trapped inside a mystery. It puts us inside that mystery with them. Okay, so let's quickly summarize where we're up to, because we've covered a lot here. A family takes a wrong turn onto a road that never ends. A town run by 5 rules that are really 5 promises. Creatures that knock instead of scream. A monster revealed early on purpose, turning the audience into the only people who know the bomb is under the table. And a mystery engineered so that solving it only pulls you in deeper. Phew. So, what's next? Well, the show is still going, the theories are still multiplying, and the fan base keeps growing every season as more people take that wrong turn and find themselves stuck in town with everyone else. Will the answers ever be worth it? The town is the show. The loop is the point. And once you're in, you're in. There's a rule in this show that I think about a lot. The ones out there can't come in unless you open the door. And that's exactly how From gets you. It knocks. It asks nicely. And you open the door yourself. Anyway, all that's left for me to say is thank you for watching this video to the end. You are a legend. And whatever you do tonight, don't answer the door.